Hello Sag, and welcome to my channel. This is Jade with yesYesYes, and thank you so much for coming by. We're going to do your February 2019 Lenormand Spread. So first let me just give some gratitude for your likes and your shares and your subscribes. I'm really enjoying this journey with you, and for those of you who've reached out for a personal reading, that has been amazing working with you. So if you have any questions about the readings or myself, all of my information is in the box below. Visit my website. We're going to do this Lenormand spread today with the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, and I love this deck. I've worked with it for a number of years now, and I find that these Lenormand spreads are the most accurate. I usually do them once a month, so that's why I'm doing them here. They were developed by Mademoiselle Lenormand in France, and it's kind of like a gypsy way of reading. I'm going to lay out all 36 cards, and then I'm going to tell the story of what's going on, okay? So let's see where we begin here for Sagittarius, February 2019. Okay, that's the beginning card. Okay, that's the beginning card. All right, so I'm going to call the cards out, lay them down, and then we'll talk. So we start with the dog, the tower, the whip, the bear, the bouquet, the ship, and the fish. Oh wait, I've got one more for this line. And the snake. All right. Now we have the tree, the coffin, the book, the stars. Come here. The sun, and the park, the ring, and the anchor. The stork, and the letter. There's the lady, and the writer. The paths, the mountain, the clouds, and the scythe, the child, the cross, there's the man right underneath the lady, interesting, the birds, the house, the moon, the mice, the key, and now our four at the bottom, the clover, the heart, the fox, and the lilies. Ooh, those are nice. All right. So first I'm going to see if any of the cards are in their own house. Give me a second to count. Okay, so we have the storks in its own house, and the stork is a card of new beginnings. It's a card of new births, right? So what I'm feeling here is that there's the underlying flavor of this reading is really about newness and about it could be a new creative project, a new love relationship, but newness and being really open to what is coming. There's a, what is it? Let me think. Like reaping the fruits of all that you have been working towards. Okay, so you've been working really hard, and this reading is really about bringing that stuff into fruition. So if it's love relationship, congratulations. It's feeling like it's coming. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with, we begin here with the dog, and we're ending with the key, which is interesting. So it's really telling us that the loyalty that you have, friendships that you have are really the key. Remembering that the connection that we have to our friends is really what is will unlock the next phase of our journey. Okay, so there's some type of friendship that's happening, and this is, the Tower here is an organization. It's something larger, or it could have been an isolated friend, right? So maybe a friend helped you come out of isolation, or you had a friend at work, basically, or at school. This could also be a university card. So there was some type of connection with friends and this organization. And what happened was, oh, I'm sorry, let me just say, feminine and masculine here on the same line, so everything back here is the past, and this is all the future, and then we'll talk about the relationship here in a second. So what's happening is that now you're at a place where you're seeing that there is some harshness. This Bear card is about authority, it's about mother, father. It can be a harsh love, but it's kind of like the truth, right? So I feel like you're seeing the truth of things, and it's actually not so terrible to see the harsh truth. It's something that is coming through in a way that is supported. Okay, so this harsh truth that maybe came from a work situation, or it came from a school, or if you went to isolation, it's through meditation or whatnot. It's actually being blessed and it's putting you on your journey. Okay, so you've come through and realized something, and it's something that is, and it's actually, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of abundance with it, and there's also there's an abundance of potential problems actually. So here's what I'm seeing is that the Whip card is really a self-inflicted card. So right now, Sag, wherever you are currently, you might be feeling like you are beating yourself up mentally. You might be beating yourself up even emotionally. You've been working really hard. We talked about this. And all of the fruits of your labor are coming into fruition. It's just that you just need to hold out just a little bit longer. It's coming, okay? I promise you that it's coming. However, right now you're just in a place where you're not seeing it. You're in a place where it's becoming a burden for you. And you're kind of wondering if you've made the right choices in life. What this line is saying is that by even having this realization, by looking at the harsh truth of the matter, is that you put yourself here, you've been working hard at, if it's creating a love relationship, you've been working towards this, and yes, you've made sacrifices. But the truth is that it's put you further on your journey to creating the life that is going to work out for you. Now, what is happening here in the future, however, is that we just need to maintain realism, okay? Make sure that you are really looking at the truth of the way things are, not beating yourself up about it, but really taking the higher, and again, even the higher version, higher vision of things, and make sure that everything is unfolding in the way in which you had initially envisioned. Because if it's going astray, you got to reel that back in and put yourself right back on the path that's going to take you forward, okay? This is a very open line. It's not telling me much other than that there's some question in the back. It's not talking about anything specific is what I mean. So all of the specifics are further on down. But I think this is our overall, is that, you're in a place of questioning if you've been doing it right, and the answer is yes. Keep your eye on the prize. Maintain a clear vision of everything and a realistic vision of everything, because otherwise things can get real murky and real ugly quickly, okay? So, and that's in the future. All right, so here, let's talk about the second line. The second line, we got a little bit of like health or family. There's some kind of change there. Something ended or transformed in the past. And it could be that you just moved away from family. It could be that there was a health condition that you moved from or that changed in the past. It could also mean a health routine. So maybe you have ended a health routine and that you're just kind of off your game. It's hard in the wintertime, I get that. Now, where we are right now is that there's something coming out about, some type of secret, some kind of knowing or knowledge, or maybe you're just in study. You're deep in study. You've moved away from being physically active and you're deep in study. Now, the study is you could be studying astrology. You could be looking at things that are bigger than you. You could be even looking at things that are famous, like you're studying, it could be politics. There's a lot of that going on right now. Or you're studying larger patterns, things that are big, things that seem to be destined, and it's actually a good place for you to be, okay? There's some success, and some success that actually comes from you being in public and connected to the public in a very stable way. So, let me just try to organize what that actually means. If you are in a place of learning about, and then you disseminate the information and you put that out to the public in a very clear way, that's actually on your path, okay? That could mean that you study politics and then you have a blog that you write for and you put that out into the public in a very succinct way so that they don't have to study all of the different places of politics or the different avenues. You can put it all together in one place so that everybody can learn from it. You've made a commitment to the public to make things very stable and secure for them. And it has to do with this knowledge that you're in right now, okay? So think about where you are right now and what you're learning right now, because that's the path to go forward in, to bring it to the public and to put it out there. That's your journey coming forward. So it's okay that you've moved away from this line of legacy of, and maybe this was, you thought of doing work in one way and now you're changing it. That could be your legacy, that your new legacy is really about disseminating information in a very succinct and precise way for the public. I do my best to do that. It can be very hard trying to read cards. All right, so, and that is all in the future for both feminine and masculine. I like that you both are on the same lines here. It makes it easier. Okay, next line. So here we are with the card that's in its own house, the stork. So we have a new beginning and we had something new start that had to do with writing. Now this is all in the past, so both for masculine and feminine, this could have been what is pretending what we're talking about here. So it could be blog posting that you're moving towards, okay? Maybe you just started journaling about what you were observing in life, or journaling just about what you were observing in your mental place or your emotional place, and you're realizing, oh my gosh, if I share this information, I can actually better not only my life but those around me. So this change of you sharing to the world is coming from it's ignited from a place where you are writing on your own. Okay, you're taking notes, you're journaling, you are, even if it's you've learned a new language. It could be languaging in itself too. Okay, and very specific to the feminine Sag, all right? And Sag, you are the eternal teacher students, so you're always learning and you're always teaching. So it makes perfect sense to me that both those cards are in your past here. Now we do have a new thing coming towards you, and you're going to have a choice between moving quickly in one direction or taking a very fastidious and slowly evolved road, okay? Now it's unclear which way you're gonna go at this point, but when you do make that choice, you're gonna make it quickly, okay? So what's coming up for you, specifically feminine, because it's in your line, is that you're going to have a choice between doing things the fast way or doing things in a slower, and it could be a more challenging way, but this is, you're building things for the long term when you have the mountain here, okay? So your choices are showing the two. You could go quickly, rush right in, or you could take it slow and let it unfold, okay? Now, it does say that you're going to make this choice quickly, so you just might be a little bit confused before you make that choice. Of course, that's the whole reason why we make choices, is because we have to clear the confusion, okay? Anything else? The other thing is that what could be coming is that you could have a choice in houses. So it could be, that could be underlying, like a choice in stability. Anything else? You could have a choice, and this could make you a little nervous, you could have a choice in like what trips, what travel you might want to take. You could have a choice in, I mean, again, this is your journey card just in life too. So you could be making a choice about if you are going to do this blog or not, you know, if you're going to express how you feel for others to learn from or keep it to yourself, which is some of what we were talking about. So you're definitely going to have choices in that. You might even have choices in the choice in making a commitment to it, okay? So just know that you're going to be presented with choices. You're going to clear that confusion, and when you make a quick when you make the choice quickly, that's the way to go, okay? So don't second guess yourself, just make the choice quickly and move forward, specifically to the feminine. Now for the masculine, here we are. We have got some new energy that kind of shifted a burden that you might have felt masculine. And I feel like, you know, there's a weight, this is a familial weight. So something about family has weighed upon you, something about structure of your upbringing has weighed upon you. And it was something that you didn't always feel burdened by, but this was a new burden. And it also literally could be a child. So we could literally have a child specific to the masculine Sagittarius in the past. You know, there was a birth of a child that created a weight or a burden, obviously, and burden doesn't have to be negative, but there's responsibility, okay? Now, there are conversations coming about a home, okay? And this is about the emotional stability of a home even, okay? So this may not be a literal home, but there is the conversation talking about, and we talked about it even up here, there could be a choice of home where you might want to move. Maybe you have a choice between two homes to buy. Maybe you have a choice between staying where you are, moving back home to where your parents are even. So there's some type of conversation and choices about a home that's coming, and there is going to it's going to create some emotional nervousness, anxiety. The mice also work really hard. So you could be working really hard emotionally at being secure in yourself, okay? Because home can also mean the self. So that could be specific to the path of the masculine. If you've had a new child born into your life, you might be trying to work really hard at being the best dad that you could be. Work really hard at taking on this responsibility, making a nice home for this person, and that's really what your path, your life is turning into. That's where the key is. That's the unlocked potential, okay? So specific to the masculine, there is some type of responsibility or weight that you're walking forward with, and it could be related to a child, or it could just be related to something new or fresh in the past, okay? Feminine, I also see a connection to the child or to this newness in the past, just so you know. So if the feminine Sages also have children that they're making these choices with, just know that's also in your line, okay? The final line here is really beautiful though. Here we go. We've got the Clover card, which is really, it's, you know, it's being in the right place at the right time. It's being lucky, feeling supported, and there's the love that's right there, okay? So there's this warmth and this beauty, this richness that's not only a family love, but it's just underlying. See, it's underneath both the masculine and the feminine cards. It's blessing you. You have it. What I'm feeling is that this is a relationship that's current, okay? Right now, Sagittarius, it seems like you are in relationship that's happening right now. You're looking at each other, you know, you're on the same path, you're moving forward together, okay? I do really like that. I like that all of these, this love card is right here connected to you both. It does seem that the feminine is more on the masculine's mind, and so the masculine Sag is thinking about his feminine, and for the feminine Sag, the masculine is really supporting you. I'm hoping that you're feeling really supported by your masculine right now, feeling the love and the luck and the support that's coming up from underneath you. And ultimately what's happening is when you take care of you, making sure that all of the, you know, you're looking at all the opportunities unfold before you. You're making change occur when you need to, and you're really setting yourself up for this beautiful long-term loving connection. If this is, we're talking about this same relationship, if we're talking about this long-term connection to yourself, where you've started a new job situation, or you've decided to allow this excuse me, this writing or this learning to inform your new career. So now you're starting to blog or to vlog, to share your wisdom with others. I think that you're really setting yourself up for something very long-term, beautiful, and that it's all unfolding for you, Sag. I hope this resonates for you. Please let me know in the comments. I'm always really curious to hear. I read them all. And if you want to have your own reading, please reach out to me. My website is in the box below. And for now, I'm going to send you all of my love.